What's up, everybody? It is the 4K Lowdown coming to you with my top 13 Sylvester Stallone movies. Um, for those of you that don't know, Ken over at Mid-Level Media, he does a monthly thing, and this is his month of April. So if you want to join in on the fun, use the hashtag MLM Stallone Month, and I will put that down there on the bottom for you. But let's see, we can get this thing rolling. So basically what I did was I took my favorite 15 Sylvester Stallone movies. I scored them all, and then the top 13 get picked, and that leaves two alternates or two honorable mentions. So let's go ahead and start with the honorable mentions. Number one, first honorable mention coming in with a 7.4 is the movie Over the Top. Now, this particular film is, it's silly, but it's only Sylvester Stallone could take an arm wrestling movie and make it Rocky, basically. So it's pretty awesome. But really with the absolute worst child actor in history. And that unfortunately lowered the score a bit. So 7.4, this is my first honorable mention, Over the Top. Second honorable mention, and again, not a great acting job, but coming in at number 14 is Judge Dredd, also with a 7.4. I chose this one over the top, because, it's Judge Dredd. I like comic book movies, so this one and it's got Diane Lane, Rob Schneider, Amon Asante. So, it's got a really good cast, even though I'm pretty sure the script was written in crayon. But anyway, fun movie. I watched this, I've probably watched this like a dozen times. But again, it's not a great movie, but it is one of my favorites. So it comes in at number 14, or my second honorable mention. So now we're cooking. Coming in at number 13, getting ready to start the list. This has a double feature, and both of these are in this countdown, but one of them is going to be higher. So coming in at number 13 with a 7.9 is the movie Cobra. Not to be mistaken with the other movie that's on this box, but Cobra comes in at number 13, and it's your pretty standard, over-the-top, violent cop movie. So, I liked it. I liked the car in it. It's got some good chases. It's got some good action, some great gunfights, a nice little, series of bad guys. So, it's pretty fun. But I do like this double feature pack. So, and we're gonna see Tango and Cash later on. Also at a 7.9, but I put this just a little bit higher on my favorites than Cobra. So coming in at number 12 with a 7.9 is Daylight, and I'm really wanting this on 4K. I'd take a Blu-ray of this, but this is kind of a action movie and a disaster movie at the same time. Really good. Again, some of the acting is not that great, but it's a really solid, suspenseful, intense action thriller. So this is one to definitely just like turn your brain off and watch and enjoy. So Daylight 7.9 comes in at number 12 for me. Number 11 That's an interesting one. I actually didn't expect this. I kind of wanted this as one of my alternates, but it actually got a higher score than I expected. So coming in at number 11 with an 8.2 is the movie Assassins. And I think this is partly because we got Antonio Banderas, we got Julianne Moore, we got a little bit better action, kind of a better story along with it. But yeah, I like this movie. This is fun to watch, and I've got this on Blu-ray, so it's 1080p and it's got some good stuff. Sounds pretty good. But yeah, coming in at number 11 with an 8.2 is Assassins. Now we're getting ready to get into the top 10. So at number 10, and this one I really liked. I thought this would be higher on my list, but the score is the score, and that's kind of why I do it like that. So coming in at number 10 is the movie Lockup. This is Escape Plan before Escape Plan came out. So this is my cool version of Escape Plan. I really like this movie. It has a little bit of suspense, a little bit of drama to it. I like Donald Sutherland in this movie. So this is one to check out. But at 8.3, Lockup is my number 10 all-time favorite Stallone film. At number 9, and I expected this to be higher as well. When you think of Sylvester Stallone, you think of two franchises, Rocky and Rambo, right? So coming in at number 9 with an 8.5 is First Blood. This is the first of the Rambo franchise movies, and this is really the only one that hits my favorite list. I did like the Rambos. I thought they were fine for what they were, but First Blood is my favorite of the franchise and the only one that actually makes my list. So 8.5 coming in at number 9, and I have the Blu-ray Steelbook of this, is First Blood. Also coming in at 8.5, but one movie that I liked better, just a little bit. I had a lot more fun with this movie than I did with First Blood. So this is my favorite out of the two. And we're at number 8 now. So at number 8 with an 8.5 is Demolition Man. I mean, come on. You got Sylvester Stallone, you got Wesley Snipes, you got Sandra Bullock, Rob Schneider, Jesse the Body Ventura. But yeah, this one I want to get an upgrade of. I'd like to get this one on 4K if it ever comes out. But yeah, also getting an 8.5, coming in at number 8 on my list is Demolition Man. So, remember me telling you about when you think of Sylvester Stallone, you think of two main franchises, Rambo and Rocky, right? So, on my countdown are going to be 2 Rocky movies are going to be on my favorite list. And the first one coming in at number 7 with an 8.7 is Rocky 4, one with Ivan Drago. This is probably my favorite of the Rocky films, but it got a lower score than the other one I picked. So I thought that was really interesting, but not necessarily a surprise. I thought Rocky 4 was better for what it was, and that was more of an action, more of an action drama than it was just kind of a drama. And the rest of the Rocky movies were more of a drama, more of a gritty tale and stuff like that. Whereas, there was actually a death in Rocky 4 and things like that. But yeah, so Rocky 4 gets an 8.7 and makes my list at number 7. Now we're getting to some fun ones. So at 8.8, coming in at number 6, and this is another one I'd like to get on 4K. But we got Sylvester Stallone, we got Michael Rooker, we got John Lithgow, and the movie is Cliffhanger. I absolutely love this movie. It's really good. It's intense. You got all kinds of stuff happening. You got action. You got I was gonna say suspense, and you can see that he's kind of suspended. So, but yeah, I really like this movie, and it kind of hits around where I thought of in the list. So, coming in at number 6 with an 8.8 is Cliffhanger. And now we want number 5. Number 5 is another fun one, and we're going back to one of the other cases that I showed. And at number 5 with an 8.9 is Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell in Tango and Cash. That's the other movie on this double feature, and I love Tango and Cash. Jack Palance, may he rest, great action flick, lots of good stuff in there. It's an action movie, so you don't expect Oscar-worthy performances by either guy, but the chemistry between the two is funny. Terry Hatcher is good in it, so I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It makes number 5 on my list. Tango and Cash, 8.9. All right, we're getting into the top 4. And I know they're cheesy, and I get it, but I will pay for this cheese all day long. So coming in at number 4 with a 9.0 is the first Expendables movie. And Ken, I know you're not so much of a fan of the first one, but this is like, I call this action candy because it's bad for you, it's not good, but you can't help but eat it. So this has like all the greats, Stallone, Statham, Terry Crews, Mickey Rourke, Bruce Willis, Jet Li, Randy Couture, Dolph Lundgren, Steve Austin, Eric Roberts is in this one. I just, I loved it. I was just smiling from ear to ear the first time I watched this. So 9.0 for me. The Expendables comes in at number 4. What could possibly be better than the first Expendables? Well, we're coming into our top 3, and at 9.1, and I really think the first one of this is a brilliant film. Coming in at number 3 with a 9.1 is the first Creed. Michael B. Jordan, Stallone, great training scenes. I loved this movie. Good story. And it really for sure deserves to be in my top 3 Sylvester Stallone movies, because you really kind of feel Sylvester Stallone's acting ability in this one. This one, aside from one other movie, this is Sylvester Stallone's best acting job, I think. So, number 3 for me, with a 9.1, is Creed. Good job. All right, coming in at 2 is some more action candy. This one is, again, every action star from my childhood, from my 20s, all rolled into one. One-liners up the wazoo. This, and, plus I get Van Damme as the bad guy. So, also at 9.1, but the one I picked above Creed, because I'll watch this every day and twice on Sunday, is Expendables 2. You even get some Liam Hemsworth in there. But it's, man, I enjoy this a lot. I mean, but it's not an Oscar-winning performance. You're not looking for. I'm looking to be entertained, not educated, and this is entertaining. Like I said, it's action candy. I can't stop getting it. I understand that it's bad for you, but I will take it. I will bite that bullet. Or in this case, I will bite the 3 million bullets that they shoot in this movie. Oh, and Chuck Norris. That made the movie for me. Was all the Chuck Norris jokes in the movie. All right, so number 2, Expendables, 9.1. Before we come to our number 1 movie, and I think you all know where I'm going to go. There are some other ones like Copland, which was good, and ICU, which was good. These are movies that I liked and would probably get a better score, but these aren't movies that I would watch over and over again. What I picked were movies that I would watch. I would put in my player right now and watch. But if I was going to grab Copland, I'd be like, all right, I'd rather watch Demolition Man. So let's recap. Honorable mentions were Judge Dredd and Over the Top, both with a 7.4. Cobra comes in at 13 with a 7.9. Daylight comes in at number 12 with a 7.9. Assassins comes in at 11 with an 8.2. Then Lockup at 10 with an 8.3. First Blood is at 9 with an 8.5. Demolition Man at 8 with an 8.5. Rocky 4 comes in at number 7 with an 8.7. And then Cliffhanger comes in at number 6 with an 8.8. Number 5 was Tango and Cash with an 8.9. And the first Expendables comes in with a 9.0 and takes the number 4 spot. Number 3 is Creed, and it gets a 9.1. Number 2 is Expendables 2, also getting a 9.1. So, my number 1 movie, and really not surprised, it's not really my favorite, but I think his best acting job, the best movie that he's ever done, is the original Rocky. The original Rocky, I scored this movie a 9.2, and it tops my list of favorites from Sylvester Stallone. I think this was his launching point. This is what he made it big with this movie. And then without this, none of this would have really been possible. So I gotta say, Sylvester Stallone, this has been great. Thank you so much for putting out so many great movies, so many fun things to watch. But that's it for me. The 4K Lowdown is done, and I'm signing off. Take care, everybody.